In recent weeks, there has been a big change to the law involving Iowa City bars. Beginning in June, this law, known as the 21 Ordinance, increased the legal age of entering any Iowa City bar to 21 years old.
Prohibits anyone from being in an establishment serving alcohol, wine, beer after 10 o'clock unless you are working there as an employee, doing a contracted service, or with a parent, spouse. That's basically what it is.
Carr says before this law was passed, there were a number of instances that happened locally involving underage drinking. She says the city council felt they needed something to curb over the indulgence. Assistant City Attorney Eric Gore says the new law is already working, but there is strong opposition to the 21 Ordinance.
I understand the impetus behind keeping 21-year-olds out of bars because of the sort of binge drinking problem in the city, but I also, there's something about me that has a problem with any laws that are sort of restrictive, that impede freedom rather than grant it.
Last year, that is in June of 2009, our Paula rate was 0.49. That is about every other time a police officer would walk in the door, he'd find someone who was in possession of alcohol under legal age.
City Attorney Gore says it has only been a month and a half since the new law took effect. He says it's already working. The tickets are called Paula's, which stands for possession of alcohol under the legal age.
This June, that was cut 90%. That is, it was only 1 out of every 20 visits would they actually find someone underage drinking.
This June, the number of Paula's issued was cut 90%. Only in 1 out of every 20 visits they found someone under the age drinking. The consequences of breaking the law are serious. Gore says there is a $500 fine if you're under 21. There is also a court cost which is imposed by the state.
Scheduled fine, which means it's set by law, and that's $500 plus surcharge and court costs, which are imposed by the state.
The City Council approved the 21 Ordinance by a vote of 6-1, but they may not have the last say. Iowa City residents will vote on the issue in November. For the University of Iowa Summer Journalism Workshop, I'm Bria Kane with Emma Bratman.
Here, they have that, whole thing going, the freshman 15.
I have heard about the freshman 15.
Freshmen in college are prone to the legendary freshman 15 due to the poor eating habits, lack of exercise, and alcohol consumption. A recent Cornell study has found that during students' first 3 months away at school, an average 4.2 pounds are gained. Over the course of a year, this can add up to the dreaded 15 pounds.
All the food was basically buffet style, which I wasn't used to, so you could just keep taking more and more and more, so I definitely ate a lot more, and there was a lot more options to eat, so I took advantage of those options too, and desserts and stuff, which I'm usually not exposed to, so it changed a lot. I ate a lot more.
One of the root causes of this weight gain is caused by students' lack of time between studying and classes, which can lead them to go for quicker meal options, such as fast food or processed junk.
Just whatever is convenient.
There are simple solutions to beating the freshman 15. Dietitian at Hy-Vee, Kathy Garris, gives advice on how to stay healthy and fit throughout college.
Try to pay attention to eating a balanced diet, making sure you're getting your fruits and vegetables in, the whole grain foods, all of those kinds of things. When you're at the dorm feeding areas, there are so many choices. It's tempting to load up your plate and either try a little bit of everything or just have several plates. And that's probably not the best plan.
Eating healthy food in regular portions and exercising for 30 to 60 minutes a day will ultimately lead to a more healthy and happy you.
Two pianos are now sitting on the sidewalks of downtown Iowa City. They were donated by a pair of local businessmen. Anybody can sit down and tickle the keys. Mark Mohn and Mark Ginsberg want the public to get a feel of what they call the universal language, music. Matt Benyo from Wisconsin, who is visiting the campus, says that he likes the idea.
I think it's really good just as a community thing, because like you get to see like just the wide variety of people that have different talents. There's just something very like social about it. Like you can play a song, and like I've had like, you know, old women like sit down on the bench with me and like sing a song that they knew. I mean, just that sort of thing.
Logan Romans works downtown at the Bread Garden. He likes to play during his work breaks and says that everybody seems to enjoy the piano.
You can tell by the reaction of people's faces how they walk fast because everybody seems to be in a hurry, and then they slow down and watch it like as if it's gonna like a piano in the park, like it's such a strange concept, but eventually everybody tinkers around with it and everybody's comfortable with it and loves it.
This new public art project was inspired by an idea that originated in London. Ginsberg says his daughter told him about 30 pianos placed around London. He says that he wanted to do something similar in Iowa City. Ginsberg also says the piano outside his shop is being painted by the University Art Department. He hopes that this will help people express themselves both visually and acoustically. Daniel Piercy of Iowa City says it's a great way to bring people together.
I just think it shows our appreciation of the arts, and obviously we're all very academic around here because we have the university, but it's just a great place to feel comfortable expressing yourself, you know, creatively.
Ginsberg says that the pianos have 60 days left in a test period. After that, he and Moen will decide whether the project will be expanded or scrapped. If the pianos are able to survive the return of the university students, the project will be expanded by 6 pianos next year. For the University of Iowa Summer Journalism Workshops, I'm Thomas Burrow with Lauren Wyrow.
Here in the Game Time Women's Basketball League, players prepare for upcoming seasons. Bradley University's Mackenzie Westcott says the Women's League has assisted in the improvement of her overall game.
Going here, and just really good thing for college players to get some experience in the summer.
Her game was definitely improved since her freshman year when she averaged about 7 points and 5 rebounds. However, her stats dipped in her sophomore year, only playing 9 games and averaging 5 points. This summer shows her improvement as she is the team's second leading scorer with 15 points in Monday's game against LL Pelling Company. Mackenzie is very modest about her role on the team.
It's basically whoever shows up is the one who's, I don't know, like every night we have a different leading scorer. We're pretty balanced, so I think we depend on everybody, really. Okay.
Unlike most female basketball players, Mackenzie is very aggressive on both offense and defense. Randy Larson, head coach of Cullen Painting, says Westcott can drive and really is an athletic post player. Westcott is a very dynamic player, and she will also be playing tonight at the championship game in North Liberty.
77 and 34. These are important numbers to the people at Whitey's Ice Cream Shop in Iowa City. After 77 years in service and with 34 flavors at Whitey's, this popular local store brings in a large amount of customers daily.
During the school year, it picks up a lot. We get a lot of business from the foot traffic, from the students coming in and out, stuff like that. During the summer, it's a lot slower during the summer than it is during the fall and spring when we have students. We just got another award. I'm not too familiar with them, but they're best in the area. They're from one of the local newspapers. I believe it's the Citizen Press. So every year they give out an award, and we happen to get them. So.
In 1997, Chester Whitey Lindgren's company began to expand to areas other than their original location in Moline, Illinois. He was nicknamed Whitey due to his very blonde hair. There are currently 11 stores around the Midwest. Even though the first shop in Moline was opened in 1933, people from all over continue to enjoy it more than the regular chains.
I really like this ice cream.
Oh, it's much better than Cold Stone.
It's much better and it's much cheaper. I think it's definitely better. It's a lot more priced, more reasonably, I think.
And also Cold Stone's everywhere, but like Whitey's is just here. So.
Belstead says one reason Whitey's is so popular is because of their excellent customer service.
We care about our customers. We take pride in how we act towards our customers. It's the year of the customers, our slogan.
There are a lot of good flavors at Whitey's, but which is the best?
Well, right now my favorite flavor is white chocolate raspberry.
My favorite flavor is the raspberry frozen yogurt. Same.
I have a lot of favorite flavors. Like right now, I like the Moose Tracks.
He likes to wear them better than eat them.
Whether it's for a frozen treat on a hot day or for a fashion statement, everyone can agree on one thing. Whitey's is a name to remember. For the University of Iowa Summer Journalism Workshops, I'm Kylie Hogriff with Dylan Jenkins.
As a result of the rising water levels around Iowa City's popular city park, several areas are unusable to the public because of minor flooding.
Well, it's kept my dog and me inside a little bit more than we would like, and definitely has affected our daily walks. We like to walk around here most days, and some days that's easier than others when there's been a lot of rain.
Harvey Miller and his wife live near the Iowa River. They were hit hard by the 2008 flood. Did the floods of the 2008 affect you?
Certainly did. We had 42 inches of water in our condo.
Are you worried about the recent rains bringing up the river levels and flooding your house again?
Not a bit. I can't do a darn thing about the weather.
The Millers say they now have flood insurance. Flood stage for the Iowa River is 22 feet, and currently the river sits at 19.7 feet and is expected to rise over the coming weeks. For the University of Iowa Summer Journalism Workshop, I'm Liz McCrory with Lee Banov.
In the Game Time College, basketball prospects showcase the talents for upcoming seasons in Iowa.
As the game time approaches, players get ready for working on their skills for upcoming seasons in 2002. Competitiveness fills the air with excitement for these college players. Some try to gain a spot in next season while others try to work on keeping theirs. The competitive nature in these women's are what's keeping the games interesting. The game time brings out the players' true nature to compete at all levels of playing against teams that will soon face next season. Hustling, steals, drives, hard work, and dedication are a few major aspects in the Game Time League that these girls possess. Even though Tara Gay's team lost, she said they had a great season.
I think black team tonight I think they'll go on to win it all, so I think this probably was the championship game. It's just we ended up on the wrong side.
Despite the loss, the white team still shows pride of their success and the game time experience.
We did pretty well. I mean, we always had a short bench, so coming together at the end when we had a full bench, we kind of knew everyone because we all got a lot of playing time during the season.
The Game Time League brings players together, not only to better their skills as individuals, but also as a team. From the University of Iowa Summer Journalism Workshop, I'm Trinity Garrett with Amari Collins.
Digital editor says Facebook is a great social media tool for reporters to use. Chris Snyder told students at this week's University of Iowa Journalism Workshop that the Register uses social media to get people involved with their websites. By watching sites such as Facebook and Twitter, Snyder has come to the conclusion that news has become more social.
I don't know, social networking is the future of news, but I think we'll see news websites that have a lot more tools like you see at Facebook now, so I just think things are going to be a lot more social. I mean, it's amazing the number of people that will post on Facebook or Twitter to tell us that their paper wasn't delivered today. So people just kind of see that as a way to reach us now instead of, trying to deal with a phone call and getting transferred around a bunch of times. They know that that's a direct connection to us.
Snyder also said it's important to listen to your audience and to get their perspective. The University of Iowa is opening a new $69 million recreation center next week. The project has been in the works for several years and will be open to the public on August 2nd. The new facility will include a brand new aquatic center, rock climbing walls, and a variety of exercise equipment. It will also have more than 70 treadmills. Employee Betsy Court says the new facility has a lot of benefits.
It's definitely going to help with recruiting students to come here and also help with recruiting for the swim team with the brand new swimming pool, and just help the overall community hopefully be more healthy and more active.
The Campus Wellness and Recreation Center will largely replace the current recreational center. The 83-year-old building will still be used, though, through next year. It will only be open to members. Non-members wanting to use the old facility will have to pay a daily fee.